Okay, we are now live. Just apologies for starting a little bit late, but we are going to. I'm gonna share this with a few groups and just get ready to go. Now, technically, this is my first premiere draft. I'm sharing this with all of you guys, but I have done one quick draft already, and it was interesting as an experience. Managed to get five wins before collapsing in that stream, in that run there. Okay. Suffice to say that you have to keep certain lessons there, and you also have to be aware of the colors you're running. From what I heard, Abzan is not the color group you want to be in, mostly because the green and black cards get can mostly because they get cannibalized quite a lot by the others. So it's a case where the cards that normally would just go on that fit just that clan, unfortunately they fit very well on all the other clans, and kind of makes sense, which does make it very hard. Also, white is lagging behind as far as the colors are concerned. Sealed is still up, but we are gonna go do a premier draft this time. This time the premier draft description gives us the description of the enemy colors here. That's pretty nice. Anyway, we're gonna start this one. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be doing our first premier draft. Hopefully everything goes well in this case. So, okay, and everyone's quite excited for this. We get this one up really quickly. So that's, and just waiting for someone else. Hey Jericho Lagan, thank you for tuning in. What were you able to get any cards from the set? Anything that you wanted? Also having to do double checking because I am printing out a lot of things at the same time. Paper out or incorrectly loaded. Oh gosh, I'll load that one later. I first need to make a pick. Definitely Hollowmerk Siege is a good one. It lands us in. Okay, I was already saying. Now this one is a problem because as much as I like this one, we kind of have to go Sultai. There is a chance that we could try to go Abzan, but we could get into real trouble with this. This is a powerful enough rare that I'm willing to take this one. Otherwise, Piercing Exhale. If it was the red Exhale, I would definitely take it. But yeah, I'm gonna take this one, but I also have to reset the printer. Give me a second. Rally the Monastery is also another option, but I don't really see much of anything else. The Dragon deck is also looking like an option as well. Unfortunately, I can't reach the printer from that side. Oh, printer still hates me. But I do get the Misty Rainforest. I could just take that one. Alternately, what are my other choices here? Green black. This one's a bit too expensive. Skirmish Rhino is looking like a good option. Got the Mistrise Village from bundles, but I wanted the new Zergo. Yeah, Zergo. Zergo Mobilize seems to be a thing now. I'm probably just gonna take the Misty Rainforest for the most part here. Don't really want to get into Skirmish Rhino. Yeah, not much else, unfortunately. And yikes, I was already saying I don't want to go into Abzan, but I might just have to. Then again, okay, first let's see if we can find a good monocolored or two-colored card. And the answer is kind of no. We're taking this. We're taking this, but we probably are going to be in trouble. I'll just keep that in mind. The printer hates me. What the heck? Give me a second. And we get a well, we're getting all of these nice rares, but we need to get playables here. I'm probably just gonna want to remind everyone that Fetchlands does not wheel on paper like in. Yeah, that's very true. They. That said, we're not actually getting anything good. Looks like green. I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna take this one. We've already gotten 4 rares, but we don't. But realistically, only 2 playables. Well, I guess the Rainforest is also kind of a playable. Worst case scenario, I finally get that achievement. Well, there's another rare, but we do get an Osseous Exhale, which is unfortunately in white. I guess we could take Cruel Truths or Underground Leopard. The Rainforest can get blue at least. I could just take the Jungle Hollow, but you really want to be. You'd rather take a creature. I could just keep taking these and figure out my direction later. But no, I think it's time I pass a rare. I think it's time we take a stand, and at least we should try to take a stand in green, because that's okay. Synchronized Charge. There's a Maelstrom the Spirit Dragon. There's a Breaching Dragonstorm if we went Teamer instead. Serpent is fine for Sultai. Yeah, we're not really getting much of anything. Watcher of the Wayside. I could just take the Ice Ridge Serpent, see if Sultai is still open. It will at least make the green pool useful. There's a Glacierwood Siege, which is not the greatest. I could rather just take the Feral Death Gorger instead. But I did see someone try using this as a mill plan. Already, I kind of regret not taking that. Oh, there's still another Watcher of the Wayside. Could I just go mill instead? It's either that or a Roamer's Routine. I'll speculate on this, but I'm probably going to cut this the first chance I get. And that's well, 5. And that's 5 rares. Worst case scenario, you get the achievement, but this is going to be a horrible episode. So we need to figure out our colors. Then we need to figure out our actual game plan. I'm happy. I'm at least happy for the Undergrowth Leopard. That's still a thing. And while we're waiting, I'm going to. Oh, it's just running through all of them. Okay, wait. So, yeah, unfortunately, Reputable Merchant's not the greatest one. There's an Encroaching Dragonstorm we could take and speculate on dragons. Alternately, I could just take a Sagu Pummeler as something that we can play and get back. I kind of want to get more creatures first. But this one does fix our mana quite a bit. No, we'll just take a Pummeler first. Sarkhan's Resolve is fine. Dragon Backlancer's not so great. So we're speculating on mostly the green. We could go for... We could take black, like Worthy Cost is removal. Alternately, I could take a Boulderborn Dragon and speculate on a Dragonstorm. Well, I would rather have the Globe first. So I guess we take the Worthy Cost, but that might not be a great option. Okay, got an Unburied Earth Harbor. So we're definitely solid on green-black. We did get United Battlefront back, which is so... That's 1, 2, 3... Bearer of Glory or Cruel Truths. Okay, we'll speculate on this, but I think horrible but fun. Yeah, Mantilia, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I would agree. This is kind of looking horrible for us right now. Let's see if we get anything. Clarion Conqueror. This is fine. 3/3 flyer for 3. It's either that or Coatis the Fangbearer, which is honestly not that great. I would. I guess I will take the Clarion Conqueror, but I don't like where we're at. Nightblade Brigade is the other option. It's kind of fine. Also, we need a lot more mana fixing here. I'll speculate on this one first. But it looks like green was kind of open, which is super weird. I want that for my Rafine stacks piece. Oh yeah, that would be a that would be a very nice control piece. Okay. Unfortunately, this is the red-white one. I want the black-white one. Coordinated maneuver. I would probably have to take Sage of the Fang. We really need creatures here. Winter Night Stories is our card draw, but I don't want to take it this early. In fact, I would rather have an Evolving Wilds right now, given how all over the place we are. Caustic Exhale. This one's a good one for us. We even have a Sagu Wilding, but I kind of want to start taking some removal as well. We also kind of need some dragons too, and of which we have 0. But I will take the Exhale first. So we need to figure out which one we are likely to be in. I'm thinking the green-black is a definite, so it's a question. So the Clarion Conquerors might be a bit of a dud pick here. There's a Marshal of the Lost. There's a Dragon Spray, which is even more removal. There's a Dragon Brood's Relic. I will take the Dragon Spray here. There's a Sultai Devotee, which is also a good choice for us, actually. I would take the Dragon Spray first, but if the Devotee wheels, I'm definitely taking that. Oh my gosh. Okay, fine, I'll just load them one at a time. You picky ass printer. Okay, now it doesn't want to feed it in at all. Okay, definitely taking the Wilding this time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out that printer problem later. There's a Scarred Barrens, which does make white feasible. So it's a question of would I rather have white or... Right now, I kind of want to have white. Rebellious Strike, not great. Unrooted Ancestor is kind of fine, but we don't have the... It's just a 3/2 flash creature for the most part. I'll take the Scarred Barrens. I'm not too sure on that one. Yeah, we're gonna kind of drop blue here. Another Leopard is fine. There's a Bearer of Glory, which is kind of okay. The Kintree Nurtures, yeah, I would rather have the Undergrowth Leopard at this point. Basically, it's focus on one color, focus on good cards on the second color, then the third color is pretty much a splash pick. So that's pretty much our plan here, which means the Misty Reinforces. We were speculating, but it's kind... So what do we want? We kind of want more exhales. At least the 3 exhales we get in these colors are all removal. There's a Sibzig Ceremony that I don't want to get. I can take yet another Leopard. I could just take the Blossoming Sands right now. Yeah, but we really could use more playables. And the United Battlefront doesn't count. The Bearer of Glory does, though, so we can sneak that in for now. Mardu Devotee gives us white or black. I guess it's fine. Gurmag Nightwatch, not so great. Essence Anchor would be fine. No, I take the Snakeskin Veil. But we are running really high on non-creatures right now. I'll take the Evolving Wilds. So another Bear of Glory or a Sultai Monument. This Sultai Monument is also quite good. And the Sultai Devotee wield. So if we get a really good splash, and right now we don't have one, but if we do get a really good splash, we can make it work. Another United Battlefront, Tornwood Falls, Delta Blood Flies. Whenever this creature, if you control a creature with a counter in it, I would much rather have the Undergrowth Leopard in this case. Nightblade Brigade might be a good fit in this one as well. Yeah, we're kind of not taking either of these, unfortunately. But our color mix is not so great. We definitely are. We definitely are green black at this point. Skirmish Rhino is well, it's either Absent Devotee, but this one's not so great. Skirmish Rhino is probably a very good one for us. Whenever a creature with a counter, okay, there's too many conditions here. Twin Bolt is not so great either. We'll just take the Skirmish Rhino. One of the few things we can splash for. Armament Dragon, we could use another dragon here. Unfortunately, we're not getting any more. We're not getting any more of the exhales, so that's. Caustic Exhale is still quite. I would speculate on anti-air given the high volume of dragons. Yeah. Yep, I've seen that. That's pretty much why I took the Sagu Pummeler as one choice. Sarkhan's Resolve is actually a very good option as well. There's a Whale of War, there's a Feral Deathgorger, but I want to increase our green a bit more. This yet Earth Carver fits that bill. I do like our curve is very heavy on the 9/6, on the 2 and 3 slot. 15 and 7, our count is actually quite good. We can afford to say cut Bearer of Glory for probably a Sultai Devotee. I will say our removal's not so great though. So the Bearer of Glory can go. We can reduce our splash as much as possible. In fact, in terms of rares, we're realistically only running 3 good ones. Definitely not running the Misty Rainforest. Also, how many rares do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we're not getting that achievement. We needed 2 more of those rares, but I would take the Trade Route Envoy over another monument. Yeah, we'll take the Envoy here. Hey, wait! You may mill 3 cards. Okay, maybe we could, if we can get 1 rare come back, which is super doubtful. Do I want an Absent Devotee or a 4-drop? I think I would rather have the 4-drop. Though it's interesting to note that we don't have a real way to... Well, we only have one way of putting a +1 2 ways. I guess I take the Devotee. And I guess we could just cut 1 Earth Carver in exchange for the Devotee because that one is more useful than the other. I could take the Blood Flies. I'll take another Leopard here. So we do have to make a few cuts here. But other than that, I'm kind of liking where we are. Yeah, I wish we had the green exhales. They work really well with the Sultai Devotees and the Nightblade Brigade. Another Absent Devotee. There is a Tomb Guard. I probably don't want to run another Absent, so I'm going to take this for the side. Yeah, we're not getting that rare back, so... There's a Whale of War. So, nope, unless I miscounted our rares. 1, 2, 3, 4... Cruel Truths. Nope, we only got 8 rares. So we should have been a little bit greedier. We were very close to getting that achievement. But hey, let's see if we can win instead. So first mana base, definitely want these. We definitely want to just run 1 plains if we can. But I don't want to go down to 16 lands. We definitely want to keep the full 17. Definitely want an extra forest. 16, 11, so probably want to cut. I would want to cut 1 black card. Our removal is just Caustic Exhale and the Dragon's Prey, so we really need to have the worthy cost. Our Devotees in the Nightblade Brigade kind of count as removal. Sarkhan's Resolve counts as I could just cut the Monument. Also, yeah, because I don't want to force myself in a position where I'm looking for blue mana. Yeah, I'll just cut it. So we might have some issues here, but we do have a plan. I kind of think we have a plan. So we'll just go with this one. And while I'm waiting, okay, at least we can start with this one. Okay, and it decided to shoot all the paper instead. Well, at least we can... Slow time Monument, opponent's kind of playing it slow. I'm probably just going to run out the Rhino first because our opponent has their own Fellator. They can sacrifice this to make it 4/4. We can kind of do the same thing, but no, we hold back. We play an Abzan Devotee. Now what they can do is they can play a permanent attack, make this into a 5/5. The creature still gets the +1/+1 counter. But now we have a weird sequence here. So we're now kind of racing here. Opponent really wants to get rid of this with removal if they can. They are splashing a lot of colors. This could be like 5-color good stuff. I'm yet to see a dragon, which is usually what we expect. And they're holding up quite a bit of mana, which is concerning. Now, I could play this, get the attack trigger, swing. But I suspect our opponent has something in response. I could sack this first, just get these 2 up. I could also just play this first, see if our opponent responds to something. At least we now start getting a flyer. And we'll play another leopard. That's what we're gonna sacrifice. I'm trying to remember if the exhale is Bankkeeper. Oh, they're just gonna counter it? I'm surprised they didn't counter the other one, but okay. These all have tramples, so I think our opponent is going to have to do that. We have to take out their Fellator first. The Battle of the Fellators, guys. Now, we did use up a lot of resources to get to this point, so it's actually looking quite bad for us. The sacrifice is not super ideal. You really want to be sacrificing other things, not this. It really is meant to... Somehow it's meant to go with Mobilize, which is a bit weird for Abzan, but here we are. That said, we can just play the Devotee again if we get to that point. Also, that one printout is really scuffed, so I'm gonna have to do more. Alchemist Assistant, they get Lifelink into Roamer's Routine, which gets them on land, so they're trying to hit something really big if they can. Yeah, yep, opponent concedes. We had enough trample. Bellator having trample really helped us there. So there you go. Pretty good start. I'm gonna try to. But this one's stuff I have. I might keep this if I run out of paper. There you go. First win. So far, so good. Carriage is having problems. Okay, maybe it's just too tight. We're gonna loosen it a bit. Having problems with this paper. I think I'm gonna overload it next time. Okay, so this is the situation where we don't get any white. We kind of can, but we can kind of rely on these for now. Thankfully, this was just sacrifice, so Absent Devotee is a very good one to do so. So we definitely want to play this first. Opponent's probably aggro, which might cause some issues. Yep. So we run out the Absent Devotee. Opponent probably dumps a counter on this if they have their black mana. Nope, no black mana yet, so but they might. There's no cheap drag. Well, they're 4 mana, so a dragon's still possible. Oh no, they're giving up the treasure? Okay. I will take. I will take. The plan is just to use the Absent Devotees. I'll probably swing first too. Oh, they have to flash clear in. That's annoying. At least we got 2 damage in. We don't need... So we'll just have to run it like that. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose to this one, unfortunately. At least the vigilance is kind of relevant. Okay, they're just doing this again. We can expect a big dragon soon, so the Earth Carver is going to be quite important here. Yeah, we're going to have to hold back. Sultai Devotee's going to have to do all the work. Unfortunately, they are one... Yeah, they landed a Sarkhan really early. 3-mana dragon perfect with Sarkhan. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Poor Absent Devotee getting reanimated. Well, that's pretty much the... Well, that's Absent for you. But yeah, we are in real trouble. Our hope is that our opponent kind of... Oh wait, that also has flying. Really? We're gonna lose to a... Well, that's the story of my life. We always lose to rares. And this is not sorcery speed, so I can hold up both Snakeskin Veil and just return the Absent Devotee. Yeah, it's kind of the amount of flyers is really going to be something you have to play around. We unfortunately don't have enough removal to get around it, so that's an issue. Also, our opponent is just going to hit with flyers. They have no reason to hit with non-flyers here. We don't... Oh wait, they're going for it. You're still dead next turn. I could buy some time if I have a way to remove the Dawn. No, we're just dead. Cosmic Exhale, bit late. Yeah, I'm gonna concede after this. We just got punched way too early. We just got punched way too much too early, and that is the power of Mardu. People say that Mardu is going to be the biggest beast here, and that it does make sense. So. No, this time the printer is just not feeding it at all. Yeah, it's just not feeding it. It's a pain. I might have to reset it. Okay, at least we have early removal and we can play a skirmish rhino. And yeah, we're getting our they're kind of removal, so it's fine. And we can play Earth Carver early for now. Opponent not really playing anything. Now this one probably dies to a Molten Exhale. Oh, they don't even have a Molten Exhale. I don't understand what's happening. Let's see what their trick is. They have to have something at this point. That doesn't do... Okay, let's see how they block. No, they're just laying it through. Okay. I'm actually thinking of just playing the Sagu Wilding as this. I don't read Stalwarts. This one's instant, so... If they have a... Okay, they don't have another spell. So... A1. I could be... You know what? Yeah, something was so weird in that sequence. Anyway, so... Play another Unburied Earth Carver. Yeah, maybe our... I'm trying to think if white has a board wipe. Wait, these colors do have a board wipe. I think... Yeah, I think red, white, black has a board wipe. I'm just... wondering which one it is. Let's see if our... The opponent now forced to block the 2 Earth Carvers. Go down to 3. I am kind of willing to we'll wait. We don't need to invest anymore, so we're not going to invest anymore. What I probably want to invest more is in a better printer. Okay, Hunted Battle Veteran. That's not gonna do it. Yep, only concedes before I could. Yep, we just happened to have everything in time. That was great for us. One thing I wish I could have in time is a good printer. Did I have fun? Yeah, I did have fun. I'm having more fun with the match than with my printer right now. It is what it is. Like, I'm supposed to be printing 70 copies of something. I've only gotten 3. And one of them's really scuffed right now. Sorry for trauma dumping my technology woes on you guys. But hey, we got 2 wins. Pretty good job to start. I might just cancel this and restart the printer. Yeah, I'm just gonna cancel it. And we're gonna have to mulligan this. Like, we don't have anything playable. This one, I would like to hit black mana soon, but we do have a devotee that helps us there. So we probably give up on the... This is actually quite risky, because if we lose the... Oh, okay, it's risky, but I'll take it. Okay, we did hit our black mana, so all is right in the universe. Undergrowth Leopard, sure. I could just exhale that right away. I could also just... We're just gonna play the Brigade. Sarkhan's Resolve is fine, we can keep that there. The reason I'm willing to keep it is because we kind of need to be semi-aggro, and being able to punch a bit helps. Nomad Nightwatch. This one's a good one to combo with Sarkhan's Resolve. So I want to see how they block. And this one's fine. I don't mind just losing the token. But we do run the risk of not being able to take out something new. Let's see which one they choose. They choose Abzan. And I actually spread the counter here, so that it doesn't die that easily. Now I actually do want to trade off the Sage of the Fang because I do have a good renew ability. Crocodile. Okay, kind of getting flooded here. Yeah, honestly not the great use. We're also starting to get flooded a bit. I'm thinking of adding the one card draw spell we drafted here. Another Siege! So this token's gonna be kind of swole. Yeah, they're going all in on this token. We can kind of raise them for now, but this token is just going to keep getting bigger and big. It also gets Menace, so I really just have to raise them like this instead. Which is not great if they have something like a fresh start. But yeah, we are... Yeah, the Crocodile's The Crocodile... Yeah, you really do not want this as a... 1 drop. It's okay as a 5 drop. But yeah, we just hit too many lands. We are not going to win this game. So our hope is to hit another removal spell. Yeah, we have to split sideways, unfortunately. Because this token is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger until we can hit something actual. I'm also curious, how did our opponent... They got 1 extra card off here, but that's it. Oh, now they're giving this one Menace. Oh, no, they just gave both Menace. So... Yeah, it's not good either way. We're gonna have to go down to 1. But yeah, double Siege. Oh. Once again, lose to rares. And the problem is that these will still be able to make even more, so it's no good for us. We were kind of close. No, we weren't that close. The leftover zombie token was an issue. We could have just opted to hold back and just try to block it out, but our opponent hit more creatures. We just kept drawing lands. It does mean that we do want to make 1 adjustment here. Shame that we only got 2 wins out of this one. This is... So... Whale of War might be an option here. Returning... We did trade off quite a bit, so returning a card might be fine. We definitely want to cut 1 creature from this situation. Probably 1 Earth Carver. Still not very sure how it lines up, but we kind of have to make that adjustment. We need to it's the closest thing we have to card draw. Still better than my printer. I'm gonna try having it print 1 at a time. Maybe that helps. We have to keep this one. We are missing the white mana, but we have a lot of things to do with our Nope. I kind of have to reset the printer. Probably do it when it's... No, it's actually not too bad. I probably should have played this first because there's a chance we could have drawn a white source. Opponent goes Dragon's Brew Relic. Yeah, we really want the white source. Also, we do actually have a dragon to Caustic Exhale with. Opponent's playing the 5-color thing. Nice. And we do hit our white source. And one, let's see if they have the removal. They don't. Is this gonna be a thing? People just not playing, just playing big things and not much else. This one is one mana. It's a fairy. Okay. If he wants to block that one, sure. He does. Okay. I'm surprised Pikachu faced, but yeah. So, Felatar, probably not playing that yet. I'm surprised. I'm really rediscovered the way. Look at the top 3 cards. So, bunch of card draw, but nothing on board yet. Though I will admit that they did, them gaining the 6 life is a thing, but man, that trade did not feel good. Oh. On the flip side, they can't activate their Teamer Monument either. Oh, they can't even activate this one either. So these two are locked out. And as soon as they answer this one, I get to they might get first crack though, but I think they have to spend mana to take this out. We got a second Tabal. Okay. Very good. Well, I kind of liked what our opponent was thinking. Double Taval is scary. But that first trade was super weird. The first trade made no sense. The second trade was, and the second one, for the second one we had the removal for it. So that was super weird. I honestly have no idea what to say about that. That was yeah, sus trade is. Yep, I agree. That was not a good trade. No, it's just not shooting in. It is what it is. Okay, this one is playable. We have the colors here. Cancel the prints. I'm gonna be up all night. I guess it's fine to be up all night today. I cannot be up all night tomorrow though. We don't have the dragon, so I don't. So I probably would just play the go for leopard first. Oh, go for devotee first actually. Though that said, giving this one menace is probably better. But our opponent, wow. And then, well, we can kind of hold up Snakeskin Veil. Rainfall Rejuvenator. If we can hit one more mat. Nope, we didn't hit the one more mana. Which means I have to do this. But yeah, this time we're now missing our land drops. Let's see if our opponent... Okay, they went all in on that one. I could play Pummeler first. Trade Route Envoy. They do get a card draw. We can at least snipe it with Caustic Blade, I guess. No, there is an interest. No, I don't want to trade two creatures for one though. If our opponent swings, I will just take it. Yeah, I'm gonna just take it. Oh, there's a worthy cost. But we're gonna figure out pretty sure using exhale, so and because of the way exhale works, its actual power is a lot less now. And now is probably a good time to use this. Opponent needs to try to, well, they gained a life, so they're not dead yet. Yeah. I could have just played the Sagu Pummeler as a safeguard, but these are the Fang. Okay. Yep, and they concede. They I popped this one. They're forced to double block. Yeah, we got that one. Well, I cannot complain. Well, I complain that we lose to rares, but in truth, I also win because of rares. So can't So it goes both ways. Yeah, I agree. This is definitely a Prince format, if nothing else. Okay, and at least we got our gem payment back for the most part. So so pretty good so far. Any game can be our last here, but I'm hoping to keep this train going. Well, I'm not going to be keeping this train going if this is all I draw. No. So there is that. I am forced to take a mulligan on this. This is somewhat better. I have to keep this one. I probably been the Whale of War. This is attractive enough. I'm assuming our opponent has molten. The removal our opponent has would be enough to take this out either case. They're going Tempest off. So what I want to do is let's see. You know what? I can use this to draw a card, but I only have one way of doing it. This will now force our opponent to hold something back. We might be able to play Sage at the... No. Oh, if it's Osseous, we won't be able to put enough counters to keep this one alive. Preferably one more mana, so... No. I wouldn't really have any other options. If our opponent's options to take this one out, it would be sad, but it means they're not... They hit us for 2, they grab another Tempest Hawk, they play the Tempest Hawk, we still get to swing. But the Tempest Hawk thing is kind of real, so we need to hit one more mana to get the Sagu Pummeler, or else we are gonna get quite pummeled. It's a weird race right now. Also, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that this one is not hitting off us. Usually, cards where you can have any number tend to be pricey because, yep, there's a Molten Exhale as expected. See if they have another one. They do. Do they have? Nope. And third one's Evolving Wilds, unfortunately. I could hold this one just to hold this back, but I'd rather press the advantage. Somehow I think our opponent being stuck at 3 mana is kind of telling. Yeah, but this is probably the best exhale. This and the black one, those two are the best exhales. Green is next, white is next. Blue is actually okay in its own in its own separate way. But I think that's all the Tempest Hawks. Oh, they're not playing. Yeah, you left it super suspicious. I'm suspecting Osseous already at this point. So I might split it between these two. Yeah. You clearly have a play. You did not make it. You're even discarding a card as a result. And they even gave that up. go with the swing first. So we're gonna see what our opponent has. If it's an exhale, it's... It is an osseous exhale, as expected. They do have a magmatic health kite, so that is an issue. Do they chump block this? This is a 4-5, which is... Well, I'm actually quite thankful that they've been stuck on for quite some time. It's not as popular as the other ones with X. Yeah, 3 mana, not easy to get. That's true. That's a good point. I am willing to take. Because the onus is on them to have... That said, I suspect they could have another exhale, so I might want to just put the counters on. Yeah, the thing is, being able to activate only as a sorcery and not make it an instant speed threat. Coordinated maneuver, destroy the enchantment. Okay. Sorry about that, but we will. Our opponent really got stuck on mana there, but yeah, makes it clear. In fact, to satisfy my curiosity, how much is that hawk right now? Tempest Hawk. It's yep. Well, for a common, it's okay. 89 cents is still quite pricey for a common, but let's see. They have comparison prices 50 cents. Okay, that's... Well, for a common, that's still it's still there. It's not Shadowborn Apostle or what's it called? The petitioners, persistent petitioners. Not that expensive, but still kind of up there. It did sell for as high as 390, so someone made a killing on that speculation. Okay, so Sagu Wilding. Yeah, definitely getting our white source. So turn 2, I can lead on an underground leopard. Let's see if we can get that Molten Exhale out. Or at least some sort of remove. They clearly have a removal spell. Heritage Reclamation. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Next turn I can just play Scarred Barons and play this one later. Opponent's cleared is playing T-Bird. Oh yeah, I do like Heritage Reclamation. Ooh, they have the Bloomvine Regent. This is gonna be... Okay, we gotta act fast. Our opponent's getting a big lead on us. Unfortunately, we don't have any of our removal on the side, so I can see this one being our last game for this run. But still, five wins. 5 wins, not too bad. I'll take it. It's been doing the heavy lifting, yeah. I would say all the sieges in one way or another are pretty much key rares. They're all super strong. The green blue one does require some playing around, but now our opponent can choose to. No, they're just going for the roamer's routine. If they swing, I'll just take the 5, but they probably don't. So let's see, what are we looking at? I'm looking at Unburied Earth Carvers. Pretty much use this as an engine to start growing this. Yeah, now this is an uncommon that does a lot of heavy lifting. Though I would say that our opponent with the cultivate dragon is pretty good. They're really good. Well, it does make sense. It fixes your cards. They're not exactly in danger of dying because well, they are one removal spell away. They really have to drop something else. They cannot just rely on the fact. They cannot just assume that. Yep, they're going to make another one. Yeah, there's. Wait, actually, there is a reason I would do this. And it's because I can draw a card off with this. Which may or may not be relevant. May or may not be helpful. It's still something, though. The other concern I have would be if they have the mythic that this is a champion of Busan. Grab a land. I could have also just nest guard. Okay, so kinda just needs. I would like Velotar not quite helpful right now, so I'm gonna wait on it. I'm gonna have to do the same thing. I'll try to just play the undergrowth leopard first. Yeah, hold it off to the side. We're basically just using the Earth Carver as. So I do want to give up the Sago Commoner. This does because this also nets us. Maybe later. We kind of need. Ooh, the stun counter is an issue. Okay, one is going for it. So this is the case of, does our opponent have an additional combat trick? Snakeskin Veil. Okay, we can just... We can just take the 10. I kind of want to take this out too, but... Actually, no, let's just cancel. Now, this is me crossing my fingers that our opponent doesn't have anything. Opponent definitely wants to trade the Constrictor Mage though. Also, we do have a very expensive loot here. Tarkir, no, there is that one permanent that has landfall. It's the Teamer Mythic enchantment that 6 mana ETBs destroy. Why am I speaking of lands? Why am I drawing so many lands? ETBs deals 3 damage to each creature. Then honestly, I'm not liking the sequence, but yeah, but that power uncommon really played this out. They might actually just take this, and I would have not. And I would, that's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3. Yeah, I would not have anything to block. I'm just hoping I could scare the opponent a bit. If I want to scare the opponent, I would swing with this one, but they wouldn't just block this one. Take, yeah, they're. Oh no, they are gonna trade it up. Okay. Nope, but they have a combat trick. Snakes. It's always snakes in the game. Snakeskin Veil is so obnoxiously powerful right now also. So yeah, we are... Yep, that was a bit ill-advised. Opponent had a really good deck. They really just churned through everything. Oh wait. Oh wait, no, they're activating that. Yeah, we're dead. Well, can't be helped. How do you do against but hey, we did get 5 wins. It is what it is. Oh yeah, the reason I remember that enchantment very well, I pretty much got I got wrecked by that enchantment twice. It takes trauma to remember that card. Still, 5 wins, pretty decent. We made up our money. We made back our money for the most part. Yeah, let's just claim decent. Call it a night. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our notifications and whatnot. Many thanks to all those who tuned in. Jericho Alagan, Mantilla Razon, thank you guys so much. This was a pretty good... We did end up kind of going Abzan, the other colors didn't line up, but we did get a solid green-black for the most part, so at least we can say that's good. Getting all these nice dragons now. And we did get quite a good number of rares. Although I kind of wish I drafted one more rare just to get that achievement out of the way. We're almost there. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.